3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Tea with Crema. My name is Chris. I'll be one of your hosts today, and I'm joined in Japan by my best friend, Emma.
Go, best friend, go, best friend, go. Go, best friend, go, best friend, go.
Oh my gosh, I truly almost forgot how to introduce the podcast. It's I am out of practice. I was struggling to find them words, but it's okay.
What's our name again?
What the trio? It'd be like that. Oh my gosh, well, now we're back. And today will be a more off-the-cuff, less edited episode again, continuing with our new sub-series episode type. I don't know what you want to call it, but we live in our best lives out here, doing what we got to do to make it work. So, before we get started with our episode, you know we got to have our tea check-in. So, Emma, did you bring a tea today?
I did. I'm so proud of myself. So, fun fact, if you didn't already know this, but Japan is known for its vending machines. They literally have them on every corner. Outside of my apartment, I have 3 different vending machines. And so when I thought we were going to be recording, I was like, you know what, let me just run down there because I also hurt my foot. So I was like, let me go just to the vending machine instead of going all the way to Family Mart. But I found a tea, and it was made by this company called Tea's Tea. Tea's Tea. And it said tea on it, so I was hoping it was tea. I translated it. It says orange tea. So I'm drinking some iced orange tea right now, and it's pretty delightful. What are you drinking today, Chris?
Isn't Japan also just known for their hot teas? So it's real interesting that you ain't never got no teas, but you in Japan. But
you know, I don't have a kettle. I just barely got myself a pan. So
woohoo! One pan, just one pan, one pan.
Just one.
She's our one pan friend right now.
Yep.
1 pound, 1 pan, 1 happy family. Oh my gosh, no. So today I'm drinking Mustang Green Tea by Tea Leaf. And the description kind of oversells it, I'm not going to lie.
Aww.
It's described as a flavorful pearl green grown organically in Nepal at high altitudes with a bunch of other stuff.
Wow. What does it taste like?
Green tea.
Does it taste like Matsumoto Yama? Yamamoto Yama?
It doesn't. It just tastes like green tea, maybe a little roasty, but not, I don't know, for artisanal green tea grown in Nepal organically at high altitudes and rich soil and mountain air. I was expecting to be transported to a different place. And I just, at this point, might as well just open a packet of H-E-B green tea.
Ooh, he said.
I'm just saying.
That makes me question, though, that if you were to go to Nepal and have this high altitude tea, would you be unimpressed?
Could you imagine? Or maybe it's the packaging. I don't know. We're not in Nepal. Who knows what happened?
Maybe when it got transported, it lost a little bit of flavor.
That's what we're thinking. I don't know. But in any case, it'd be like that. So today, on our episode, our focus is going to be on spooky season.
Spooky season.
Woo! So, it's really, I think it is spooky season, first of all. But this is that first kind of holiday in the mad dash to get to Easter. I truly feel like it's really you're just going nonstop holidays from now until Easter.
Yeah, I think Halloween really does kick it off because it's October and then it just November, December, and then January. It kind of slows down in February. And then
you have Valentine's Day. What is wrong with you?
That's true. And then I think it's hard too because my anniversary is around this time. Christmas is around this time. Isaac's birthday is around this time. So it's all the things pop up. Basically,
there's a lot going on.
No money by this time of the year.
When I tell you, from Halloween up until Easter, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Talking about, I'm saving up for summer. No, I'm not. I'm saving up to get everyone their presents.
Yeah. And then Chris's birthday is also in November as well, too. So it's right after Halloween. So we have that coming up. So it's honestly when I think about it, it's Chris season, starts it off, and then my birthday ends it.
Truly. It's literally just Halloween, my birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. What's that other one? Valentine's Day, spring break, Easter.
Yeah.
Just,
Exactly.
you're just going. It's fine. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, summer body time.
But I'm fat because I was eating candy from October to February.
Non-stop.
So rude. So rude. I hate it.
Non-stop. But speaking of the entry into spooky season, Halloween, first and foremost, do you even celebrate Halloween? Like, is this, I know Halloween's kind of one of those ones where people are very quick to be like, oh no, I don't actually celebrate Halloween. I don't start my holiday season until Thanksgiving.
Wow. I don't need those people in my life. Just kidding. No, growing up, we definitely did. We went all out. Like my mom would decorate the whole house. Like we had the lights, we had the jack-o'-lanterns, we had all the things. And then as I started to get older, like college was this is the most poppin' time in college because it's also the kickoff to party season, right? Like theme parties, costume parties. So and then when I moved to Texas, because we don't have any little kids in our house too, so it's not as fun. But my mom used to make our costumes. She was that mom that would whatever we wanted to be, that's what she would make. And she made high quality costumes too. So yeah, so I haven't recently been celebrating, but now being in Japan, Halloween is a really big deal, I guess. The decorations are going up mid-September and everyone's it's almost Halloween. And I was wait, y'all are into it like us? Wait, yeah, no, they're into it. So it kind of is I don't know, lighting a fire in me that I'm oh yeah, we about to get in there. It's about to go down. How do you normally, because I guess you and I have never really celebrated Halloween together.
Because again, as an adult,
it's not as fun.
Without children.
Yeah.
It's a little odd. I don't know. I'm also, so y'all celebrate Halloween even as a Mormon household?
Yeah. So, I mean, there are because I do know that there's, people of the Christian belief who don't celebrate Halloween because it's a, pagan, heathen holiday. No, but yeah, I mean, Mormons love making their own stuff, so this was very much niche for us.
Real crafty.
But yeah, we would have Halloween parties with all of our Mormon friends. So yeah, I didn't realize that wasn't a thing until I later went to a Baptist school and they didn't call it. I feel they didn't call it Halloween. They called it something else. But yeah,
All Hallows Eve.
Possibly. But
it's the only other one that I know of.
Right. So yeah. So yes, as Mormons, we did do it. Was that the Mormon way to do it? I don't know. I can't tell you if we were model Mormons or not.
We'll never know. I don't know.
Never know.
I can't confirm. Shoot.
But did you guys celebrate?
No idea. I think growing up, we were more often the hander-outers of the candy. And I don't know. I feel like it was because costumes were never in the budget, but
yeah,
I think that was part of it.
Kids, 3 kids to clothe who were within very similar age groups of each other. So those Halloween costumes add up, man.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then I think also my mom was really skeptical of Halloween candy because I feel like I don't know what it was like in Hawaii or in California, but I feel like there was definitely a time in the early 2000s where everyone was people are putting the drugs and the razor blades in your candy so you can't just eat it. They're putting the drugs in the candy. And so I know my mom, I think, was more adamant about she would just rather buy us the safe candy than, kind of risk it for the biscuit out there trick-or-treating for it.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you don't know. You're just it's fine. We'll be okay. It's candy. I want to go out and dress up in a costume. So I think all in all, I've been trick-or-treating maybe once or twice ever.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That is wild. No, but that makes sense though. Yeah. I do recall that scare in people were injecting things in the candies and blah, 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 blah. But we used to go trick-or-treating every single year. And it was in Hawaii because my sister and I were kind of on the younger end of our cousins. So I was maybe, 5 or 6 and my cousins were in high school, high school juniors and seniors. And so I think part of it was their time to be able to go out with us. And so they could get the candy. So they would take us. So we would drive an hour to go to my aunt's house on the North Shore. And all of our older cousins would take us. But also it was so fun because our cousins, since they were a lot older, they knew how strict my dad was. And my dad was the type that we could literally pick 3 candies and then we had to give the rest away. So like we would go trick-or-treating, and like as we were going, like my cousins would be like, okay, like you know the deal. So they would let us eat as much candy as we wanted on our way back. So by the time we got back, my dad was like, take 3 candies. We were so candied out. We were like, okay, yeah, like I'm over this, you know? And so it was like one of those things where it was just really fun, and it was a really nice tradition because like our cousins would take us. Like my cousins were like so large in comparison to me, so you know they would like put me on their shoulders and we'd go around and trick or treat and stuff like that. But then once they like grew up and like went to college and left on their mission and all this stuff, you know, then it started to kind of like die down, and so then we started going with our friends. But still the same thing. Like my dad would only ever let us take home 3 candies. And I'm not telling y'all that these were like big candies. Like these were like the Halloween size candies. So we got to take home 3 of them because also my dad is like a huge proponent for dental health. So he was always like, y'all can only have 3 pieces of candy. Little did he know we were eating candy the entire night. So it was fine.
Which is also just really funny because it's not like you were always eating that much candy.
Yeah.
It was just it's a little season. I don't know. I don't have
kids.
It's
one night.
You know, at most 1 week of like leftover candy.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I ain't got kids. Maybe cavities happen in a week. I don't know the science behind cavities.
Mouths freak me out anyway. But yeah, and then it's like one of those things too where like you have all this candy. And I remember one of my friend's moms, she was a teacher. So she would like, they would go trick-or-treating just so that the mom would have candy to give the kids. Her students afterward, you know? So it's like one of those things too. I'm out here. I am that kid. I am that teacher who goes out after Halloween to go get the 50% off candy, and it's still Halloween.
I love it. It's so affordable. Like Target has it, CVS, Walgreens.
Walmart.
You just hit that 50% off, and then you got treats for at least a month. It'll take you to at least Christmas with your kids.
You know, at least. And then when Christmas goes around, then you just keep doing it. So are my candies off season? Yes. Yes, they are.
But are they candies?
Yes. Do the kids still eat it? Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm still sitting there eating it as I'm like passing it out. I'm just like, yes, I will have this Kit Kat from October. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Not mad about it.
What is your favorite? What is your favorite like Halloween candy, or like candy in general? I guess if it comes out during Halloween, even better.
I know I don't like candy corn. I dislike it less now than when I was little, but it's still not something that I'm actively like, let me buy some candy corn. I just, and that's not it. I know sometimes they come up with like the Halloween Peeps. Not about that life. I don't like Peeps during any season.
Yeah, even during Easter. Even during the Christmas season, they're not good.
I don't like the Peeps. I think, honestly, I just like how small and fun size the candy is during Halloween. Because I feel like you could just get the little itty bitty little tiny pieces so that I don't feel as bad when I'm eating 50 little itty bitty tiny pieces when I could have just had 1 bar and it probably would have been actually less. I'm like, no, I just had 50 little pieces. It's fine. So I just like how small it comes in. I don't really have like a favorite. I don't like hard candies overall. Mm-hmm. So it's really just like the little itty bitty little chocolates.
Yeah, that's true. It's so funny because like, no, but you have to think about it, right? It took energy to open up the package. So you're burning some calories before you eat it. You know, that's how I justify it.
And it's just a little itty bitty little tiny one.
Yeah. I hate candy corn though. I don't know anyone who like personally loves candy corn, but that's a no for me, dog. That is disgusting.
And if you're listening to the podcast right now and you do like candy corn, don't at me because I don't even want to know. We don't even keep that to yourself. It's a secret. We don't have to tell anybody.
You just keep that sitting. My favorite candy is I also like the mini candies, but my favorite mini candy is the cookies and cream from Hershey. Oh, it hit every time, man. It does not miss. Does not miss. So if anyone would like to send me some Hershey's cookies and cream to Japan, because they don't make that here, please send it to me.
But don't they have all the Kit Kats in Japan? Kit Kat's like a big Japan thing. All
the Kit Kats, yeah. So then October break is coming up. And so my friend and I are about to go to the Kit Kat, like, Kit Kattery? Is that what it's called? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's like a big thing.
Yeah,
like
you can like make your own Kit Kat. So we're about to do that during October break. I will post pictures on the podcast when we do it.
That sounds so exciting. I remember, I don't know why. There are just a lot of flavors available in Japan of Kit Kat specifically that you cannot get anywhere else. I do enjoy Kit Kats. They're a little crispy. They got a little chocolate to them.
Mm-hmm.
The white chocolate ones are pretty good. And that's about as adventurous as I get with Kit Kats, actually.
Yeah, they're like, and they even, like, Kit Kats are such a big thing. They even make sake, which is the rice wine. Like, they make Kit Kat sake. I haven't tried it because Kit Kat's not my favorite chocolate. Like, I'll eat it to just say, like, oh, I tried it. But they make, like, matcha flavor, and then they're also seasonal. So yesterday, one of my kids gave me it was like an apple cinnamon cider Kit Kat, and I was like, oh, okay, thanks. It was really good. It was a white chocolate one. But I was like, oh, I haven't seen this before. And they're like, yeah, it's a fall season. And I was like, oh my gosh, even the seasons have different Kit Kats.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Interesting. That's real. They do it up in there. Mm-hmm. My gosh. Do you have favorite Halloween memories? Like I don't know, you said like the general, like we as a family and cousins would go and do these things, but is there like one or two Halloweens where you're like, ooh, but on this Halloween.
This was the one. I think I have one from childhood and I have one from adulthood. So when I was a kid, there was one year that I dressed up as Mulan. Because as all good Asian girls did. No, I'm just kidding. Not good Asian girls. Just like all of us who were Asian finally had a princess. So I dressed up as Mulan. And I remember my cousins were helping me to get ready. And this was the first time I had ever seen anyone flatten hair with an iron. Not a flat iron. A literal iron.
Like their hair, not a wig?
Their hair.
Oh my god.
I had cousins, this just tells you like early 90s. I had late 90s. I had cousins who were like getting ready to go out with us. And they were like laying on the bed with the iron, ironing their hair. I mean, it came out very flat. They all have very like type, probably like 3B, 3C hair, like very, very kinky curly hair. And they were out here with the iron. I just remember that. But that's not the part I remember. I mean, I distinctly remember that. But I remember that they put lipstick on me. And as soon as they put the lipstick on me, I went outside and my dad was like, take that off! So they got in trouble for doing that. And then they also came out with their flat iron hair.
Truly ironed hair.
It was just ironed hair. It was just a mess. It was all a mess. They got in trouble for putting the makeup on me. It was a whole mess. So that's just like really memorable to me. And then, we had a good time. And then my favorite like adulthood memory was that there was one year where, I think it was probably my sophomore year. Yeah. So myself and my friend, I wanted to do like a couple's costume with her. And I was like, we could be Ellen and Portia. And this was before they were canceled now, everyone. And so she was like, no, we are not doing that. Anyway, we ended up doing a whole different costume, had a really good night. I just remember getting really super drunk, as one does on Halloween in college. And then I think that might have been the time that I called my mom the next day. And I was like, I'm so hungover. Please come take care of me. So my mom drove an hour to come see me, take me out for pho, buy me groceries, and send me on my way. And I remember texting my sister and I was like, oh my God, mom had to take me out. I was so hungover, da-da-da-da-da. And my sister was like, she's like, if I ever did that, all I would get is a lecture.
Wasn't getting no groceries. You got groceries.
Wasn't getting no dinner. Wasn't getting nothing. Just yelled at. So.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
Out here wildin'. What is your favorite Halloween memory?
I can't say that I didn't really go out and do much of the stuff when I was little. So I guess the big memories that I have are from, I think there were 2 Halloweens in college. Like they were consecutive years and they were memorable for different reasons.
Oh no.
So like the first year I went to a party and it was a really fun party. So like just seeing people and being around people, which again is not usually like my thing at all. And so I just enjoyed it. And then the second one was really fun because I went with a group of friends and we like Mean Girls costumed it. So I just enjoyed how much effort we put into our costumes that year. And then I think we had to go, I don't know, the parties that we tried to go to weren't all that great, if I remember correctly. And so I think we ended up being like really chill, or we ended up going to a bunch of different places. I don't know. But those are the 2 that stand out. I think it rained one year. I dressed up both of those times. And then I think Because Texas Halloweens are really hard to plan a costume for.
Yes.
Because
weather.
I've had very frigid Halloweens, but then I've also had really hot Halloweens. And I'm not talking like, ew, it was like 80s. No, it was still 90s type Halloween.
Oh,
so
gosh.
I think both of those years I got it backwards. So I wore
oh no.
I wore a cold costume on a hot Halloween, and then I wore a hot costume on a cold Halloween, and I was just like, well, we just gonna have to figure this out and make it work. So
oh my gosh.
It was wild. We tried. Overall though, I still enjoy it. Like you're just dressing up and it was fun and it was wild. That's Halloween. I like it though.
Times were had. Good times were had.
Mm-hmm. Our final little question though. Do you have a favorite spooky season movie?
Oh, yeah, and I did ask this on our page too. Gosh, spooky season movie. Oh yes, the Halloween Towns. Those are like, I love those movies. Like solid Halloween movies. They're on Disney Plus now, I think. But yeah, Halloween Town 1 and 2, amazing. Whichever Halloween Town that they changed Marnie, she deserved better. That's the one I refuse to watch. I'm sure that whoever it was did a great job. I did watch it once and I was like, where the heck is Marnie? Because that's not her.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What's your favorite spooky season movie?
I think it's Hocus Pocus.
Good one. It still scares me. It's one of those movies that scare me. Yeah. That's a solid
Notice
one.
how neither of us said horror movies. That's just not... It's not our genre. If that's what y'all thought we were going to say, I haven't seen any scary Halloween movie ever. So, yeah, it's Hocus Pocus. Like, that's about as scary as it's going to get.
Like, Hocus Pocus is as spooky as I get. Like, that is...
Things I am not about to do, watch a movie where I have to, like, be scared to open the door.
Yeah, no.
Not about that life.
Not
So, no,
it.
I don't know. Maybe this year, I don't know what your Halloween plans are. I don't know what they do in Japan, but maybe we'll have like somehow with the 14-hour time difference, we'll figure out like a Halloween movie watch party of some sort.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
With all the Kit Kats and candy corns one could eat.
Blech. Not the
And
candy corn.
Just one candy corn, just one.
Just one. Just one.
Oh my gosh. Well, Emma, it's that time for our...
Rapid fire question! Bum, 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 bum!
Woohoo! Do you have your question ready?
I do. My question is, what is the last book that you read?
Oh, I just finished it too. What was it?
Unmemorable, apparently.
No, I did enjoy it. I just can't remember. I've gotten better at reading more often, and so sometimes I just forget what I've read. Oh, maybe it was... Oh, I think it was China Rich Girlfriend.
The second... Is that the second or third one?
That's the second one. I still don't have the third one, but I think that was the most recent one that I finished. Yeah.
So China Rich Girlfriend is by the same writer as Crazy Rich Asians. It's the second one in the series. So Chris just finished that. I just finished 2 books, actually, and they were like within days of each other. I had been forcing myself to read Felix Ever After, and once I got through it, it was such a good read. So Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar was a really great book. And then the second book that I finished was Crying in H Mart, not Kmart. Crying in H Mart. And that was by Michelle Zauner is the last name. So yeah, really solid books. What's your question today?
I have my question about how would you describe your ideal decorative style?
Like no money constraints.
No money constraints. Like you about to just decorate it up.
Living
Now,
my best life.
we're not making structural changes. I'm like decor.
Decor. I think that I am very much so of like, I don't know, I just like really like cozy, bohemian type. Don't you think that that's my vibe?
Oh, non-matching furniture.
Yeah, I love that. Like that is my favorite vibe. I love when they're mismatched intentionally. Sometimes my stuff is just mismatched because
the budget.
The budget makes me bohemian, but no, I think that like I really like a cozy, yeah, bohemian, very colorful type things. What about you? I know what yours is, but tell me anyway.
First of all, I would describe it as like clean and crisp. But also, like they're like the color's there, but it's like even more intentional than like
just like splashes of color.
And very like bright, intentional splashes of color.
Yeah.
Things you're not gonna hear me like questioning. Oh, should I go with like different shades of beige or cream or white? Like, no. It's all white, black, gray, and then boom, there's red. Boom,
yellow.
There's teal. Boom, there's yellow. So it's just like, it's very clean and crisp.
Yeah.
And the color, like, because the color is so, it just draws your eye. You're like, man, that's a piece.
That's the one.
Wow, it really draws your eye to it. So, I'm just thinking things like the yellow armchair that I have. I'm just like, it's the only yellow thing. Mm-hmm.
I also think that you're very, like, modern. Like, that would be your, like, it's a very modern look, too. Like, very clean line. It's, like, very linear, like, lines, but they're, like, sharp, clean, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're a very glass on metal person.
Mm-hmm.
I like the woods.
That's me. Oh, my gosh. Well, Emma, where can people find the podcast?
Let me not mess this up this time. You can find our podcast on Instagram and Twitter at The Tea with Crema. You can also find us on Venmo if you'd like to buy me a hot tea kettle. Just kidding. On at The Tea with Crema. You can also find us on Apple, Spotify,